I was putting gas in the car the other day and had a really funny experience. I was putting some 86 octane in the old Accord, and this brand new red Porsche zooms up next to me, and this kid jumps out and to use the pump. Well, he grabs the handle after swiping his card and kind of looks at me, and he sees me eyeballing his Porsche. Well, he's in a hurry and this or that, but he turns his nose up real funny at me when he sees me looking. So, like, whatever. Well, he turns to start putting gas in the Porsche, and sirens blast out of nowhere, and it's two sheriff's deputies flying by this gas station. Well, we're all watching. They slam on the brakes. Everybody jumps because they're coming back. Well, obviously, by the reaction from this kid, they were looking for him. So he drops that gas pump, gets back into Porsche, and zooms away. Well, the two sheriff's deputies zoom in through the station, and of course, everybody's pointing, up there. He went that way. And I walk over, pick up the pump he had dropped, confirm that, yeah, he had swiped his card. I hit the 93 octane button and went ahead and finished filling up my Accord on him. When I get home from work the other night, get out of the car, my neighbor's over by the fence busting my chops. Harry, your dog bark all the time, all day long. Don't ride. Bark, bark, bark. You make stop. Well, I've been at work all day, had a long day, and I wasn't in the mood for any of this garbage. So I walked over to the fence and I said, why don't you make your dog stop answering every time my dog barks? Well, the old neighbor boy, he walks right up to the fence and says, my little Frenchie has very sensitive ears, Mr. Harry. It's okay. Like this guy is some kind of canine ear, nose, and throat specialist. So I told him, fine, I'll fix this. I'll take care of it. So I went in the house, got on Amazon, and I ordered a little pair of miniature earmuffs for his little dog, sent them over to the house. Problem solved. I read a study recently that said you should let your wife do 90% of the talking. Give her plenty of room to express herself and, all kinds of space to vent freely. And so I figured that was worth a shot, and we'd give it a try. It didn't work at all. All she wanted to do was talk about me. Why aren't you talking to me? Why won't you answer my question? Why are you being so quiet? So I just went back to ignoring her altogether. As a kid, growing up in the 70s and 80s, we gave each other nothing better than the sweet, stinging kiss and hollow ring of a red rubber ball in the face. Dodgeball was the greatest. It was the great equalizer. You get hit in the ear, you go deaf all day. People's glasses would be flying. It was awesome. And it was one of the few times they ever served the poor girls up to us. You hit one of them, they cry. And God help the nun who was our teacher, because if she looked the other way, we'd get her too. I was standing in line for the Viking swinging boat ride at the fair in 1987. Now, we were in the group that was next to get on when somebody at the apex of the swing in the very last seat spewed, projectile style, straight down. And it happened as the ship was hanging in midair, so it all just kind of came down in slow motion all over all these riders. Now, we stood there aghast as the ride ended and all these people filed off and out. And the carny running the ride grabs a little half bucket of water, turns, splashes it onto one seat, the closest one to him, turns to all of us and says, okay, let's load the boat.